Welcome. This lesson is over budget. Explain why it is important to have a good credit score. Again, credit score ranges from 300 to 850. If you have a higher credit score, that means you're a better candidate of borrowing money. People trust you. Lenders will say, you know what? You are a person who will pay me back. Hence, they will charge you a lower interest rate because if you present, for example, if you may want to go to a store and open up a clothing credit card like Gap or Banana Republic or Aeropostale or some of the stores like that, or maybe you want to buy a car, or maybe you want to buy a house, or you want to loan money, borrow money in order to go to college. They know you're going to pay it back. So they will happily give you the money because over a extended period of time, you're going to pay them back. Sometimes you may pay them early or you may pay them on time, and they'll charge you a lower interest rate. So it's so important to have a good credit score, showing that you are a responsible financial person. So what is a budget? You hear that all the time, how the government has a budget, how your family may have a budget. They have the vacation budget or some of that. A budget is used to track where you spend your money and where you earn your money over a period of time. Hopefully, you're spending your money in a practical way and not wasting it on trivial things. So, what are the benefits of setting and sticking to a budget? By sticking to a budget and making sure you're not going over it, you will be able to save for bigger purchases. For example, if I want to go on a very nice vacation to Europe, I need to set my budget. Say, I will not spend more than $2,000 this month. Every dollar I spend over $200 will be going to my vacation fund. So that's why it's important to stick to a budget. On a whiteboard, you are going to record categories for family budgets. What expenses do families spend on a monthly basis? So where do people spend their money? Let's think. People spend money on their home. They spend money on clothes, going out to eat, cars or gas, putting gas in their car, paying for electricity and water bill and natural gas bill. And I can't think of any more. So let's look. Oh, savings. Yeah, people they save money. They budget food, housing. Oh, taxes. Yes. You have to pay for your school taxes. In order to watch this video, KDISD is paying me in order to teach you. So you're going to be walking around, circulating around the room, and looking at what other people have written down. So let's talk more about budget. This is Hannah's budget. In her budget, every month she spends money on taxes, housing, food, savings, transportation, and miscellaneous is like etc. The question is, determine the minimum household budget that Hannah needs to live every month. How much money does she need every month? Well, she spends $860 plus $940 plus $325 plus $840 again. Oh, actually not again. Plus 300 plus 520. So every month she spends $3,785. That's how much money she needs every month to survive. If she gets more than that, excellent. That means she can spend it on other things or maybe put more into savings. If she, sorry, let's say it again. If she spends more than her budget, that's a bad thing. That means she does not have enough money in order to pay for it. So she's going to have to get money from savings to help it. But if she spends less than her budget, that's a good thing. She'll have all this extra money and she can have like a Christmas fund or something like that. So now that we know that her monthly budget is $3,785, how much do you need to make an hour in order to meet this budget? So you must think, how much do I need? What kind of jobs will entail that I can earn $3,785? So you may use a calculator for this. So 3,000, 3,000 3,785 divided by, I want to find how much she makes, how much you need to make every hour, equals, let me get my pen. So divided by 160 hours. She, she needs to make about $23.66 every hour in a month for 160 hours in order to meet her goal. If she works at as a cashier at a grocery store, she's not going to be making $23.66 because cashiers usually make about $10 to $12. So she needs a higher paid job like a teacher. So what happens if she still earns $3,785 and she decided to work for 170 hours? She's destined to work 170 hours. So $3,785 divided by 170. So, in other words, by working more hours, she only needs to make $22.26. I guess, yeah, that's all right. But some jobs are salary. That means they only, no matter how many hours you work, you get paid the same amount. So she needs to account for that too. So what we learned today is, what is a budget? A budget is used to track your expenses and your income. Expenses of how much you spend and how much you make. Or, and the second thing we learned how to do is, once you know how much so once you set your budget, how much do you need to make every hour in order to survive? So to do that, we're going to be doing we're going to be going to this website, and this cool website. It tells you different cities around the United States. Some cities, oh my gosh, I think it's San Francisco, you need to make 85,000 a year just to survive. In Houston, you need to make about 45,000 to survive. We are a lower cost. So if you work a certain number of hours, how much do you need to make every hour to survive? And this is a study about budget.